First of all, these are the games that have come the closest to the original Legend of Zelda game. You can go and find interviews where they have said that the first game was their inspiration when making Breath of the Wild, and they even used some of the game mechanics, the graphics, and all that kind of stuff to map out Breath of the Wild. The first game was literally open world before people even knew what an open world game was. And then I'll hear some people say, well, Ocarina of Time is open world too, if you really think about it. Oh, look at you with your bullshit excuse that makes absolutely no sense. In Ocarina of Time, you can't just do whatever you want. You literally have to go to an area, progress a certain amount, then stop what you're doing, backtrack, and then you can go to the next area by skipping out on the very end of the previous area you were. It's not the same, no. If you've ever said that, you go to the corner, you stay there for a while after that comment. And then some people will just say, well, the original Legend of Zelda game doesn't actually count. That was just like the foundation. That was like them figuring it out. But when Ocarina of Time came around, that's what really established the franchise, and they've been doing that ever since. Yeah. And they kept doing it for 20 years, which is why it was time to evolve again, because it had been 20 years. And I think that's the thing that bugs me the most, is the people who champion this so-called traditional Zelda. Like, they love that it evolved from the original Legend of Zelda into what 3D Zelda became, but they really don't like that the evolution happened again. And this is just so bizarre to me, because the same people who championed evolution and realized that they couldn't do the exact same top-down 2D Zelda that they had started with are now saying that they don't like evolution, they don't like change. It's like they're claiming that video games were perfected in the 90s and then we should just never let go of that. Meanwhile, I've been waiting for this evolution, this change. I've been playing Zelda since the 90s, and while I do enjoy almost all of the games, I remember specifically playing Skyward Sword and wondering why this franchise just absolutely refused to evolve and become more modernized. I was literally wandering through Lanayru Desert wondering why Skyward Sword felt like every other 3D Zelda game I had played before then, but just with the addition of motion controls. I mean, I think the big modern feature that they added in Skyward Sword was the fact that we could dash. We didn't have to roll around like a jackass anymore.